No time to play games. I'm dying here, I need water. Whew. Yeah, I'm wearing pajamas. I use this album as lullaby music, okay? Fight me. Wow, welcome to the album review. My name is adamjunio, and today we are reviewing the newest Dawn of Ashes record, Theophany. Let's jump right in, shall we? So, Dawn of Ashes, they started off as a aggrotech, dark EBM band. If you don't know what aggrotech is, look it up, you nerd. But after that, they kind of transitioned into this melodic black metal phase, which I wasn't really that big of a fan of, even though their previous album was pretty highly acclaimed. I just thought that they didn't really understand the genre for them to fully switch into the black metal scene, but they kind of brought it back to a midway point here with the new album Theophany. It's kind of a mix between the black metal side and the kind of older aggrotech stuff that they used to do. But don't get me wrong, this album definitely draws very heavily and is inspired by black metal. Now, before you freak out at me, you genre Nazis, I am not saying that this album is black metal. It's definitely not cult. Not cult enough. If you have ever listened to black metal before, you're going to recognize it, but it also has a lot of kind of symphonic elements, kind of goth metal stuff in there, the throwback to their electronic aggrotech roots. And if I had to just sum it up in a few words, I'd have to say that overall this is a pretty well put together album. One could even go as far as to say that it's a good album for people who want to get introduced to black metal, but can't kind of get over how inaccessible black metal is. And since they've kind of got a blend of a bunch of different genres, you could say, they're able to pull from each of them, and they're able to create a bunch of really unique and very interesting soundscapes and atmospheres to really set the mood and tone of the album. So big ups to them for being able to weave all the different genres interchangeably throughout the record. I don't know how, but they managed to get a very unique sound in today's oversaturated metal world. So that's kind of a big props to them, I guess you could say. It's not very often that you kind of come across a genre-bending album like this one. And some of the songs even have kind of a catchy vibe because of the electronic, almost dance beats that they go along with. Musically, on the record, there's not really anything singular that stands out as particularly fascinating, but everything brought together as a whole is really kind of what brings the album together and makes it what it is. A very satisfying blend of sounds. Also, the vocals and the vocal quality has changed a lot over the years. The old vocals were really weird and unique, kind of sounded like Donald Duck being put through Garburator, which sounds silly. I think it's kind of cool. He doesn't do that anymore. Now it's kind of transitioned into more of the traditional, you could say, extreme metal vocals. It definitely suits the genre that they're trying to fit in much better. And the vocals now are good. They're just not very unique. They kind of just blend in with a lot of other metal vocalists. I don't know. They're good though. They pass. B+ at least. One other thing I kind of want to take note of is the lyrical content on the album. Coming from listening to them during their aggrotech phase for the whole Crypt Injection album to now is a big jump, because back then their lyrics are primarily horror themed. Really the only thing I listened to from Dawn of Ashes for the in-between stage is the song Poisoning the Steps of Babel, which I did really enjoy, especially since they featured Neurobellum on the track from Psyclon 9. I thought that was cool, but that's irrelevant. Now the lyrics have kind of transitioned and made it jump over to the undergroundy, black metal-y sounding lyrics. So edgy. And it's not that I even really have a problem with the lyrics, but just coming from such a shift from kind of horror fiction theme to this, it almost seems like they're taking themselves too seriously, pretty pretentious, and it's not too noticeable on the record. For 90% of the songs, it doesn't matter. The lyrics are fine, and I enjoy listening to them, and I enjoy thinking about the questions that they provoke. And the only song that really seemed to cross the line for me was Tribe of Shemosh. It was almost cringy how much they were reaching to be anti-everything. I don't know. And it's not even that the lyrics were bad or that I had anything wrong with them. It's just that it sounds weird coming from Dawn of Ashes. Because Dawn of Ashes just didn't seem like the band I would take seriously enough to expect that kind of lyrical content from them. But it doesn't really detract from the record. It's just my personal opinion. Honestly, what I think it is I just miss this transition. I just think the lyrics aren't as finely crafted in like poetic terms. It kind of just more hits you over the head with a hammer, as opposed to being more eloquent if, you know, you like your metal to be eloquent. But yeah, just to finish off the topic of lyricism, for the rest of the songs beside that, I had no problem with the lyrics that they chose, even if they are kind of in the same vein as being anti and edgy and controversial and very dark. And I didn't have a problem with it because they were being a bit more poetic, or they were being a bit more provocative, as opposed to just being shocking. Not that I mind shock value every once in a while, but it has to be handled correctly and with care, or else people just won't take you seriously. There's just one song in the entire album that I'm complaining about, so don't get mad at me for that, okay? Because to wrap it up, as far as extreme metal goes, which I'm just gonna broadly categorize this album as, this is a pretty decent album. And you could probably consider Theophany a good stepping stone for anybody trying to get into extreme metal. All of the songs on this record are digestible length, the production quality is pretty good, and there's enough diversity for even the newest metalhead to appreciate. And if you're hoping for a purely black metal record or a purely aggrotech record, you're going to be disappointed. They're a pretty underground band, like not a lot of people know about them. Here I go again promoting these like unknown bands, but cool, like I'm into it. I like this album a lot, and yeah, if I can get even one more person listening to it and trying it out and getting into metal, who knows? That's cool to me. More metal for everybody. But basically I'm just saying, like, if you like metal, share this video. Metal is a community that should stick together. And you know what? Maybe some of you hate this album. Maybe some of you think it's the best album ever made. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. It didn't blow me away. Nothing wowed me. But I could sit here and listen to it for a while and just have a good time. And you know what? If you guys ever come to my hometown and do a show, I'll definitely come to your concert. If you haven't listened to the album yet, give it a try. Maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised like I was. Thank you guys so much for watching this album review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. My name's Junio, signing off. Deuces. Yeah.